Filmmakers often ask, what is considered a success with an indie feature film? As I spoke about previously, it depends what your definition of success is. There's artistic success and there's financial success, and those are a little bit different. As I said before, artistic success is when you make the movie that you wanted to make and maybe you win some awards and get some accolades from the viewing audience. But doesn't really mean that you made any money. You just artistically made what you wanted to do. So that's artistic success. Financial success is making money with your art. Whether you make good or bad art, if you make money, you're financially successful, which is ironic because you don't necessarily have to make good art to make money. As I've said many times, I strongly suggest you make good art, good films. Financial success is completely different. It's, did people pay to watch your content, the film that you made? And if they paid more than what you made it for, then you have made a profit. And that's what we call return on investment. When you're reporting to your investors, as we talked about earlier, they're going to want to know what their ROI is, or their return on investment. If there's a profit, whatever their share of the profit is, that's their return on investment. One, did they get their money back? And two, in addition to that, did they make additional money, profit, beyond their investment? And so that would be considered financial success. You need, as an indie filmmaker, you need to keep this in perspective. The first time you make a film, it might not be financially successful. It might even not be artistically successful because, like everything else, you're learning and you're exploring and you're growing from the process. Hopefully you're really good out of the gate and you get lucky and your first one is both an artistic and a financial success. But if it isn't, it doesn't mean you're not a good filmmaker. It means that you learned and you're going to grow and do better the next time. Hopefully there is a next time. Hopefully that your investors don't lose too much money and or you're able to get other investors if they do, and that you can have a second chance if you're not financially successful. If you're not artistically successful, you got to deal with that. That's on you personally, and you got to figure out, hey, do you have what it really takes to be a good filmmaker? Financial success, did you do the marketing properly? Did you do your distribution? Did you do everything you could to get the film out to audiences? It's a juggle. As I've said many times, it's not an easy business. It's not for the faint of heart. If you are the one out of 50 or 100 that really makes the money and gets both the artistic and the financial success, there's no better career. I mean, this is it, guys and girls. This is where you want to be. If your heart's into filmmaking and you can make great films and make a living from it, then you have arrived and you are going to really enjoy your life. All right, so what's next? What's next is your second film and or your series. You have to decide, did you enjoy the process, first of all? Did you lose too much hair? Did it take too long? Is this something that you really want? Was it what you expected? Did you get fulfilled? Did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Do you ever want to do it again? So assuming that you enjoyed it, you were successful at it, and you want to move on, the next project, you have to decide, do you want to go for something more personal, something bigger? Generally speaking, most filmmakers say, okay, I got the first one under my belt. Now I want to double or triple or quadruple the budget. Now I want to make, a multi-million-dollar film. That's great, depending on the success of your first film. Just be careful not to jump too quickly. The difference between making a low-budget indie film and a multi-million-dollar film is there's quite a big difference. Way bigger crew, way bigger financial risk. So make sure that you are prepared, financially, intellectually, and emotionally to take that much bigger step. Now, I encourage you to. We all want to see these huge success stories from people who started with really small films and then grew. That's more or less a lot of the directors in Hollywood started with low-budget indie stuff and then grew and grew and grew and finally got to make the big $10 million, $100 million films. So hopefully that will be you, but don't rush it. Make sure that you're ready to take each step, because if you jump too quickly, then all this success that you got in the lower level, in the low-budget indie stuff, you might blow it at the higher budget stuff. So make sure you're prepared. Don't be in a rush. Be strategic. If you go from, say, a $250,000 film to a $1 million film to a $5 million film That's a good progress until you get to, say, a $25 million film or a $100 million film. You know, hopefully you are talented and ready to take those leaps, but make sure you don't rush it.